Okay, I'm ready to go live, and here we are. What is up, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. Today is a for. I mean, you got Thanksgiving yesterday, and now today you've got Black Friday. Everyone's out shopping, buying gifts for the holidays, doing all that fun stuff. I haven't even started my Black Friday shopping yet, guys. I have to admit, I'm sorry, haven't started yet. I refuse to go in stores. After my last experience in stores, I refuse to ever go Black Friday shopping in stores again. But I do all mine online, and I just haven't done it yet. I will do shopping though, like especially Cyber Monday and such. But I just haven't had the chance to do Black Friday shopping. However, thanks to Screen Media Productions and thanks to a few other uh, contributors, we got a very special holiday themed horror movie that released on VOD this past weekend for uh, just for Black Friday. And the movie was called Black Friday. How convenient. Well, I'm here to do a review for you guys. I thought it would be a perfect time to do a review of Black Friday on Black Friday itself. So I got to see this movie yesterday, and I will say, yes, my name is Shop Smart, Shop S Smart. For all of you Evil Dead fans out there, because Bruce Campbell is in this movie. Bruce Campbell, you got Devon Sawa, you've got Michael J. White, and those are like the three big names. There's maybe a couple other people. The cast is very small. It only derives like maybe five people total. So the cast is like really, really small. Um, but they all throw in really solid performances, and they're all throwing really, really good aspects. But before I get into the review, I real quick want to get into um, to some of the comments. We have Miss Carter here saying, "Hey, Wolfman." Hello, Miss Carter. She says, "I walked into a table, hit my knee, probably get a nasty bruise. Other than that, I'm good." Oh, I'm so sorry. That's always the worst. I just the other day I walked into a chair twice in one day, and my toe was in agonizing pain. So I know how you feel. It's the worst when you injure yourself like that. Um, but anyway, so Black Friday, yes, it stars all those actors, and like I said, they all throw in really solid performances. However, that being said, okay, I guess I'll start off with the things I'll start off with the things I liked. Then I'll get into the things I disliked. Um, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts on the film or conclusion of the film. And this will be spoiler free, guys, because this film just came out. So I don't really want to give away anything for anyone. So I want you guys to watch this film and kind of make up your own opinion and everything like that. But for Black Friday, the things I did like. So the practical effects on the creatures. If you okay, first off, you guys don't know what it's about. What Black Friday is about is it is about this. It's super simple plot wise. That like these Black Friday sales are going on, and then at some point, this extraterrestrial thing, that's all I'll get into, has caused all the customers to become these like zombies of some sort. And so the entire store has to fend off their entire store, and it's a toy store called We Heart Toys, So they're already at the disadvantage because you have no weapons in a toy store. And so they're having to fend off against these zombies. And it's a lot of fun. And that's what really this director does really well. I'm not familiar with the director, don't really know his name by heart, but that's really what he was able to capture with this film is that he was able to really capture the fun and the excitement. This is a film you literally cut out your brain, leave it at the door, put a blanket over it, rest it to bed, be like, all right, good night, little brain. I'm going to go watch a movie now. Good night. You leave, and then you're there for like almost 90 minutes just with your brain just like because it's a fun movie, but it's dumb. It's dumb and it's ridiculous and it's what we expect from a Bruce Campbell movie. And so so Bruce Campbell is obviously being Bruce Campbell in this movie. He's acting like Ash. He's, being the thing that we love with him. Uh Devon Sawa is playing again the cocky, jerky a hole of a character. Michael Jai White is being the badass in this film. And then you've got this really funny, like either gay guy or just super feminine guy, but either way, he was really funny and fun to watch. And then you have like this, and then you have your main girl in it. She was, just kind of the basic final girl and everything that's in the film. So they all have their little roles to play, and I really like that. And they really kept, at least they kept tonally straight with a certain tone that they wanted to stick with, and they said, "Hey, we're going to stick with this rather than go all over the place." And I really appreciated that. Um, now, it was it, yeah. I say that it's a dumb movie, and it's definitely though not without its flaws. And I will get to my flaws as we get further into the review, but just know that it's a solid entry in this fun little Bruce Campbell B type movie. It's solid. It's nothing that you write home about. It's nothing that you're like, "Oh my god, my mind's blown." There's movies that you just sit there to enjoy, and then there's movies that you marinate on and that stick with you for a long time. And this ain't gonna be that. So starting off with some major positives. The practical effects on all the creatures here, hella good. They spent most of their budget here on the practical effects. These practical effects on these creatures were really, really good. There was some CGI they used that was hella bad, and we will get to that in the cons. But as far as the actual CGI of the or not CGI, the practical effects of the creatures, they were really, really good. And so I really respected that. The kills here were really gnarly. They were really fun. I thought that, uh, like I said, every character, all their chemistry was great. The way that their chemistry was, they actually had some really good development too for uh, several of the characters as well. I really thought the development was kind of strong, especially for one character in particular, who kind of gets a redemption arc in the movie. Like, I mean, I wish they spent more time on his redemption arc, but he has a little bit of a redemption thing to him, and I really like that. So they really made you engage with these characters. They really found a way uh, to make you understand these characters, where their motivations, where they're coming from, all that stuff. And so that they did a really good job there. Also, they speaking of characters, the toy store itself is a character. Like the way they shot it, the way they film it, the way they utilize the set, the toy store really feels like its own character. This was shot and apparently in an abandoned Toys R either Toys R Us or something like that. It was shot in abandoned Toys R Us, something like that, and they um and you can definitely feel it, how the authenticity. You can definitely feel how authentic it was to that kind of environment. So I really, really respect the decision to stick to filming it in a real abandoned toy store because it really added another element to this movie. Um, then you know the I'm trying to think of any other pros really. I mean, those are for the most part. I've kind of covered most of my pros of the film. Like I said, the practical effects, the kills, the characters, some of the characters. There were some characters that were kind of unlikable. Then there were some other characters that were, and this movie is really funny too. I mean, I expected it to be really funny because it's Bruce Campbell, but and unfortunately, he does not say, "I know, missed opportunity. Will be a good leeway to get into my cons." He did not say, "Shop smart, shop S smart." He did not say that, and that was a missed opportunity. Shame on you, guys. Y'all should have done that. Y'all should have let him say that. But he does have a really great scene where he really stands out. If you guys have seen the film, you know what it is. It's a scene that makes probably utterly no sense whatsoever, but it's fun. It's absolutely fun. Um, and so into my cons. So this thing actually does have quite a few cons for me. And one that I will start off with is what I mentioned as the CGI. There's this, without getting spoilers, they kind of do the blob effect thing with something. There's something in this that kind of is reminiscent of the blob. And they use CGI for that thing a lot of times. And when they do, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm like, you could not really, you ran out of that much budget. You couldn't use practical effects for this as well. You only had to use CGI for this. Like, it felt really weird. I don't know why they decided to go with that decision, but it looked really bad in that CGI part. Another con of mine, speaking of CGI that or effects wise, the effects still looked decent, but you could tell they ran out of budget at the end, and the third act felt extremely rushed. It's like boom, 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 boom. Oh, 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 and then this happens. Hey, yeah, that's pretty much. I just summed up. I literally just spoiled the ending for you. It's like it is so rushed and kind of just the ending is kind of all over the place a little bit and feels very anticlimactic. I was like, by the ending of the movie, I was like, "That's it? That's the end? Really?" I'm like, that was nothing. It's like it just felt very anticlimactic. So that was probably my biggest issue was the ending. The ending felt extremely anticlimactic. I was not a fan of the ending whatsoever. Um, the uh, there was one character in particular I thought was so cool, so fucking cool. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is such an awesome character, and that's saying a lot because there were some characters in here that were straight unlikable. Like, I was like, well, that character's kind of a dick. That character's kind of a dick. That character's kind of a dick. So there's a few that I was like, these are some unlikable characters, but there was some one badass, awesome character, and they decide to kill off this character pretty early on in the movie, and I'm like, you're the only like logical, like thinking human being in this whole movie, and they had to kill you off this early. Like, I mean, and I get it. You're gonna kill people off. I'm fine with them killing them off. I'm fine with killing them off the exact same way they killed that person off. I'm totally fine with that. But but to me, I was just like, did you have to do it that early? Like, I felt like I really just started to get to know him. Like, I wasn't even like, I haven't even fully invested myself into him yet. Like, I just started to get to know him, and then boom, you killed him off like that. I wish we spent a little bit more time with this character. That was really, really cool, and like got a little bit more background behind this character before they just decided to upright just do that and just kill him for the sake of it. Um, so yeah, those are my main under. Oh, and also I can't forget too. One of my flaws too is there's this one part in particular. Okay, like a- some of the jokes did land. A lot of the jokes didn't land. In particular, there's these jokes that they keep on continuing throughout the movie. And I'll just say this. This is the only part I'll say. This is like mild. This isn't really spoiling anything really. So just keep that in mind. But there's a joke where apparently they're not allowed to say Black Friday anymore because it's racist. So they now say Green Friday. And I was like, the first time I heard it, I was like, it was a chuckle that was like, okay, you know, I had fun with that. I was like, Okay, I can maybe, yeah, sure, why not? That's a fun joke." Then they kinda continue with it, and they're like someone says, "Are you telling me that Black Friday is you're not allowed to say Black Friday?" It's like, "Sorry, Green Friday?" I'm like, "Really? Are we still continuing that joke?" And they just kept on trying to find ways to be, like, politically correct sometimes in this movie, and I'm like, "This is a movie that is supposed to be just straight, dumb fun." It's literally just supposed to be leave your brain at the door, maybe stab it a few times, kick it against a wall, and then just sit down and watch a movie. It's not supposed to be high art, okay? And the fact that you're trying to put some political spin in this movie felt very jarring and weird to me. I was like, this just does not feel right. So wasn't really a fan of that decision. And luckily that's only in like the first act of the movie, and eventually that goes away. So I was able to enjoy like the second, third act more because the first act was really where it was building up and it was talking all about like the Green Friday, other political stuff in the movie. So, and I'm fine with politics, but just not in these B movies. Like, I feel like a B movie is meant to be dumb fun. Don't put it in B movies, guys. Just leave it to like Get Out, your other type of horror, stuff like that. Like, I'm fine with that. Just don't put it in a movie like this. It's pointless and dumb. Uh, so then let's see. There is that as my con. Um, and there was one other thing too I wanted to mention. Um, because I was talking about how what was it? Shoot, I totally forgot. Um, but yeah, I guess I was getting my overall thoughts on because I totally forgot what I was going to say. I had another thought. It wasn't. It was a one of my cons. I said was leading me into going backwards to another pro. It was let's see. I was just talking about the jokes not landing. I was just talking about political. I know what it is now. The political stuff left me into going into a. Sorry about that, guys. I got my brain back together now. The movie rotted my brain cells so much it made me forget what I was going to say. Um, but what I was going to say is I did like though that this actually did have a lot to say. This had a lot about to say about how our workers are treated. This had a lot to say like if you're working retail, this is very relatable. Um, like it actually, while being a dumb B movie, there was a lot of like poignancy behind it, and I actually did quite like that, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like poignancy or like artful things to where it's like it tells you a good message to it, but I don't like being hammered with a political stance, if that makes sense. So that's just my opinion. Maybe other people feel differently, and that's completely fine. They are entitled to their opinion, and it's whatever. But yeah, so for me, that's pretty much all I have to say about this, guys. I did quite enjoy uh I did quite enjoy this movie, Black Friday. And if I had to give it a rating scale, I would give it a 3 out of 5 wolves. Wolf house. Three solid wolf house. So that would be is that 3? I think that's 3. I don't know. That might have been 4. But I meant to do 3 wolf house there. I would give it a solid 3 wolf house out of 5. Sorry about that, guys. Jeez. My throat is like, ugh. Anyways, but yeah. So not the best thing ever, but not the worst thing ever either. It's it's definitely not worth. I paid $6.99 to rent it for you guys. I would say wait. Like, I mean, if you guys are really wanting to see it, pay the $6.99. But I'd say wait till it's like cheaper to rent because I honestly don't know if $6.99 is worth it for this movie or not. I don't know. Um, but it was definitely though a solid time. That I think if you're a horror fan and you're a B movie fan and you love Bruce Campbell and Devon Sawa and all those people, then I think you will really appreciate this one. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Have you gotten a chance to see Black Friday? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, guys. I'm already at 293, guys. Make sure you share this. Get 7 more people to subscribe. We're almost at 300, guys. I could not have done this without you. This is so, so great. Um, and I'm so thankful to you all for this. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, ring that notification bell, do all of that. Join my Facebook group, The Wolf Pack, so you can hop in on the conversation anytime you want. And then also be sure to head on over to my TikTok, my Twitter, my Instagram. Wolfman36 is my Instagram. Uh, and where I post some stuff on my channel there as well. So uh, hope you guys enjoyed this uh, review. If you haven't seen this movie yet, let me know what you guys think of it whenever you get a chance to see it. That'll be it for me today, folks. But before I head out, I do want to just take a few comments here from my friends. Uh, I've got Kyle here. Says, "Hey, Michael, Miss Carter. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well too, man. Great to see you here in the chat. Thanks for hopping on to my Planes, Trains, and Automobile stream last night. That was a lot of fun." And then Miss C says, "Thanks for the review." No problem, Miss C. Thanks for the support. It always means a lot when you pop up in here. So that'll be it for me today, folks. I will see you all later. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.